Hi guys, hope you guys are doing good. We're back with another video, and today, before we start with anything, I'd like to thank you guys. We finally reached that 1000 subscriber goal. So now our next target is 10k guys, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon to be the first to watch when we upload any new content. All right, so today guys, we want to be talking about the power of being selective in the market, right? And I'm definitely going to be sharing some knowledge to you that will help you, right? For people who already have some knowledge on supply and demand, order flow, and Btmm, this will be easy for you to understand. All right, so the first thing that we're going to focus on is a rally phase, right? And this is an example that I have right here of a rally phase, because in a rally phase what we're going to see is we're going to see higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. But now we want to talk more on supply and demand and where the institutions are active, right? Where the institutions are active right now. The problem with a lot of novice traders is they'll see a higher high, right, when they've confirmed an uptrend using whatever method they use, right? And they would be so interested in over leveraging their account there, right? Some people, because of FOMO, get left out down there, right? And they'll try enter right there, and trust me, a bunch of traders are gonna get filled right there, you know. And when a lot of traders see this move, most people, some people over leverage their accounts over here are getting hit, right? Their accounts are blowing, guys. I'm saying this because I've done it. Right? I know what this is, right? And as you're sitting there, you're like, damn, I missed this move, I entered late. You went into profit, all right, and then this happens, and trust me, you have over leveraged your account because you have missed the move here and you have seen how this has actually moved, right? And then most people blow their accounts right there, and when other people see this move, they're also selling, and then this happens to them. So what we're going to focus on here is, where do banks enter, right? I actually uploaded a video on base areas, but now we're going to talk more on those base areas, right? So these are areas right there. This is what we call our base areas, right? In this case, we've got rally, base, rally, right? Base, rally, right? So we are going to be interested in taking our trades at our base, right? That's the same thing that will go for our downtrend or a drop phase, right? What are you going to see? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But we are going to be interested where? In the base areas. We're going to focus on the probability, right, of these areas if you wait for trades right here. All right, so let's get right into it. I want to show you an example. Right, we're gonna clearly identify an area. All right, so this looks good. All right, so can we clearly see that we had some rejection? We won't go to the left, but if you go and actually backtest this is definitely a supply zone. Right, so I know some people are going to think of entering there, which is not wrong, right? Some people are going to think of entering there, which is not wrong, and some people are going to enter. We see this candle right here, right? A bunch of people entered shorts right there, entered shorts right there, and a bunch of people entered shorts down there, right? And this move was dangerous. That's like a move that was not even halfway, right, through the candle, right? And those are a lot of pips, eh? Imagine losing 50 pips on an over leveraged account, right? So let's analyze the structure, guys. I think it will be actually good if I open another Btmm chart, so we can use that as reference for those people who trade Btmm. Where is that move? All right, so this is where we had our move. Very easy to see how we had trap action right here. If we look at our TDI, we can clearly see that we had the market at those extremes, one leg out, one leg in. Amazing stuff, right, at those extremes. So that's cool. You can clearly see this was a clean week of drop, right? A clean week of drop. Now this is where people will get, all right, let's start right here so I don't confuse you, but I'll show you how this will actually make it easier for you to also identify your resets. Okay, let's go. we're in the H4 time frame. Okay, this is what we have. So this move right here, as you can see, this move right here broke structure, right? If you look at this area right here, this was actually a base area, rally, base, rally. Can you see how price kept reacting right here? Right, that's okay. But as we're analyzing structure, also this area, it's another rally, base, rally was taken out. So if we're analyzing the structure, we can clearly see that that is a lower low, right? That's our signal, right? But when this happens, what we're going to be interested in is, where did the banks enter? Where do they have their pending orders? All right, so what do we have as we're dropping here? We've got drop, base. We are going to be interested in this base area. Right, this is the base area that we are going to be interested in, right? So I know, yes, for those people who struggle seeing peaks, maybe you missed this move, but seeing such is amazing, because what you're going to wait for is, you're going to wait for a move back to where the banks entered. Can you see that this base area right here, right, we had a very good looking candle in the H4. This says a lot about this area. And remember what I said, this is where we've got the pending orders and unfilled orders right here, right? But we'll just keep it at pending orders, right? And as you can see, the market actually came back to that area, and you had very good risk to reward right there, right? Of course, you won't trade off the H4, but you can already see that the risk that you had right here, right, the market moved, right? The market moved from this area, right? I need to start using trading with you guys, but there you go, all right? So this actually hit your 1:3, right? So that was actually a good trade if you looked at it from this way. So how do you actually make it easy, right? Now let's look at another example, right? Remember, I'm still talking about base areas, right? So look at what happened. From this area, we had another drop. Look at how price moved. Look at the reaction we had here. Look at the same reaction that we had there. That says a lot about those areas, right? Then we also had another drop, base, drop. This is the supply zone that we are going to be interested in, right? So I know people will see this move, right, and they'll be interested in selling there, right? There's people with different strategies. I know it's good, but the best thing, if this happens, is to wait for price to come back to your base area, right? And that is the area that you are going to focus on. That is the area that you're going to watch. If you wait for such trades, it means you can be able to have a good risk to reward ratio, right? Look at that, guys. This is what you need in the market, right? Remember, you still have to manage your risk, guys, right? No matter how good a strategy looks, manage your risk. So that looks good to me. Yeah, that was a nice trade. Right, so it's the same thing, and I want you to notice how price, if you missed that move, how price came back to another base area and moved away, right? So do you guys see the power of this, right? So let's go back to our Euro CHF to not confuse you. So what did we have for this week? We had a nice week of drop, right? Amazing. If we can go to the H1 right there, if we are now analyzing this from our Btmm, guys. I don't think the market is taking us there, but okay, it's fine. We can work with the H4. So what do we have? A first move, a first week of drop. That week of drop, we've got a 1350 crossover, right? That's a nice confirmation of a peak. That's okay, right? And then look at this. We actually have a trap formation at the end, towards the end of the week, as you can see. Trap some people there, and then end the week into consolidation, right? This is actually 1, 2 levels, and then we had a peak reset. But look at how this peak reset was actually a reset, right? And this was now taking us into our level 2. Right, this was now taking us into our level 2, but this same reset, which was actually the midweek reversal and the first pullback to the 50 EMA after 1350 crossover into another week, right? If you analyze it from this perspective, look at what you had. This was a move back to your base area where those orders should be collected, right? Now within the cycle, what you have a move away from that. So for this week, you had good trades. If you were going to be looking for trades, look at how price played around at these EMAs. If you were stalking this pair, you were definitely going to take advantage of this. If you know how to look at your structure and your targets, you need to know your targets and your trap areas. But look at how this area, this move was another peak reset into another week, right? And same thing that happened the previous week, a trap above 50, same thing that happened here, a trap above 50 being our reset. But I don't know if you guys were looking at your left. This is a base area, same thing that we have right here. These are just orders. Look at that. Look at how beautiful structure is. Look at that. This is where market came back to, and this was your reset, and you had a very good risk to reward ratio there if you took that trade. Right, this moved for over 87 pips, right? 87 pips, right? And the same thing happened the next week, right? These are the same things, but you need to make sure that you're very selective in the right, so you can execute in the right pattern. But remember, we are talking about base areas right here. We are talking about base areas. Okay, so let's look for a long example. Okay, look at this, right? We're just going to focus on this area. No, let me find a nice one for you. Look at this, right? If we look at it from our H4, is it this one? Yes, right? Look at how we had aggressiveness. This was very aggressive moves to the upside. Look at that, off a nice area, right? Off a very good looking area, right? And then you can see what we had right here. If we look at our TDI, see a nice move at your extreme, a very sharp shark fin, right? Those are very interesting trades, guys. Sharp shark fins, sharp, right? Sharp right there. Okay, but anyways, we're talking about this move right here. Most people, when they see a peak formation, they get so excited, and you'll find them selling there, over leveraging their accounts, because they want to throw 50 lots, over leveraging their accounts into trap areas. How do you do that? Into trap areas, guys. And then guess what? This move blows your account. Woo. Wipes your account out. Right? But if you look at it from this area, what do we have? Drop, base, drop. So what are you going to be interested in? The base. If you miss, because yeah, this is like a continuation approach. If you miss this, right, you're going to relax. Right? And as the price moves down, you are only interested in this area. Right? You relax, and look at that, right? The market actually came back to that area, wiping people out, but you were waiting, knowing that, yo, I'm ready to enter with my stop above. But remember, guys, this is your H4, so do not attempt trading off there unless you can risk those amounts of pips. But you can see price got into that base area, right? Look, I want you to notice how price moved away from this area. This says a lot about orders in the market, right? That is exactly what market came back to, and look at how price moved away. Beautiful, right? This is what you're looking for, right? You're looking for trades that are very good. So what do you have? If you entered, because of course you'd enter into the zone. I don't know how good your entry will be, but so that's like 12 pips, right? And this went down, because of course you can use this, because you're looking for 1:3, guys, for now, right? So what do you have? Just, a move above, right? And this went up for over. So look at that, the risk to reward on this was amazing. But if you analyze this from your Btmm, this was actually a move. This was a midweek reversal. Remember, this is your H4 time frame. This was a midweek reversal that happened, right, going into level 2. So what did you have here? Level 1, level 2, level 3, and look at what you had. Amazing stuff, guys. Another week of drop, breaking structure, a 1350 crossover. So what you had to wait for was a pullback to the 50 EMA, which came the next day. How did it come the next day? It was reacting to a base area, right? Look at that action right there, right? Look at that action right there, right? So you need to know how to count your levels and also understand your structure, right? So my charts are a bit messy, but let us look at, here's the Nasdaq people love. All right. If you understand structure, right, look at what we had right here. We had a move away from this area, rally, base. This was our base. So this can be an area that you focus on, right? This can be an area that you relax, right? When everybody's posting screenshots of their short-term trades, you're relaxing. And as the market went up, right, the market has to okay, let me not say that, right? But the market, there's orders down there, right? They have to come into that area. Now look at how all those people were joining in here got messed up right here. Excuse me, guys. Got messed up right there, right? Look at that, just 2 candles, and they collected what they needed to collect, and woo, amazing stuff, right? But now what's important here is knowing how to filter. So this happened last week. Let us open Nasdaq on another chart. Where is Nasdaq? US 30. Is it this one? Okay, US 100. Oh, so this is actually US 30, guys. Sorry about that. I thought this was Nasdaq. But let us look at it from our Btmm. Alright, so from the H4, we're interested in what happened this week. How are you going to kill this chart this week? Alright, let's go back. Let's just bring it closer. Let's go back to the clean chart. What do we have? A nice move. Alright, this was a supply zone. You're relaxing, right? We've got a drop. You're relaxing. You're just waiting for this base. And this is actually the area you're interested in. Alright, because that's where something is placed there. Right, you've got to move away. Right, and look at how price moved away from that area. But what were you going to look at? We had a drop base drop. This last drop actually broke structure, meaning we had a lower low and then price went back for that. So look at the risk to reward ratio that you had right there into these levels. So the market is back right here. Right, but you'll be looking for fresh levels. So look at that. It means this week you had the opportunity to catch this instead of trying to catch this and then over leveraging your account and then selling there, and then you messed up. And then a nice move down and price came back again. Let's look at where price came back to. It has to be an interesting area. Let's go to the H1. We've got a drop base. This is a nice area. This is a base area, guys. Right, look at that. That same area is where the market came back to. And then look at that. Amazing stuff, guys. You had two good trades on Nasdaq if you took this, right? So this is the importance of this, guys. I hope you've learned something on this very simple approach, but it does require patience, right? It does require patience, and of course this can be seen in every time frame, guys. Our drop base drop was given there, right, as you can see. So you focus on that, right? You relax when everybody is getting messed up in the middle. Come on, look at all that mess right there. It's tradable, guys, but hey, if you can wait for this, oh my god, you get good trades. Look at this candle, how it moved away, and look at the reaction that we had. It says something about these areas. Same reaction we had there. It says something about these areas, guys. All right, guys, I hope you guys have learned something from this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon to be the first to watch when we upload any new content.